Are you ready for a hassle-free cruise? Well, don't set sail without these 11 essential items that will make that voyage a breeze. Number one, super obvious, but it's got to be said, travel documents. Don't walk out the door without your passport, your driver's license, any IDs you need, cruise tickets, boarding passes, emergency contact list, a picture on your phone of your passport, a major credit card, cash, small bills. What we do is we have kind of like a folio as we're packing, as we're prepping. Okay, passports, they come out of the lockbox, they go in the folio. Cruise tickets, as we print things out, they go right in that folio, so that last morning as we're getting ready to leave the house, we double check, okay, boom, 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 done, and you're good. That's how we do it anyway. Number two, medicine. Prescription and over-the-counter. Don't forget these. Prescription medications need to be in the original bottles with the prescription on it, your name, all that good stuff. That it's just hassle-free. Over-the-counter meds. Make sure you bring some aspirin or ibuprofen, some cold medicine, some Band-Aids, maybe some antibiotic ointment, like a small first aid kind of thing. Pack that with you. We had to buy Band-Aids on board one time because I don't remember, I cut my wrist or something, little thing, but I didn't want it to get infected. It was like $9 for 4 Band-Aids. So a lot of the over-the-counter stuff, you might not need them, but when you need them, you don't want to pay $9 for them. Comfortable shoes. Ladies, I know you like to wear fancy shoes. I don't know if fancy is the right word, but pretty shoes. Make sure, and guys too, make sure you bring comfortable shoes because you're going to do a lot of walking. You're going to walk on the ship. You're going to walk in the port. You're going to walk everywhere. Make sure you got something comfortable. I love my Crocs because I can wear my Crocs everywhere, in the water, out of the water, doesn't matter, and my feet are comfortable. But that's me. I know a lot of people hate Crocs. I love them. But yeah, make sure you bring comfortable shoes. Magnetic hooks for the walls in your cabin. Oh my gosh. When somebody tells us about them, game changer. I mean, think about, we have 2 different kinds. One's, I believe, a 25-pound hook. One's a 100-pound hook. The walls in your cabin are pretty much made of metal. Use the magnetic hooks because you got all this wall space that's blank, that's empty. You got very little horizontal space. Use the hooks. Put your hats, put your swimsuits, your towels, your lanyards, spread them all around the room. You'll be amazed at how much more room you feel you have when you have things up on the walls out of the way. Total game changer. Absolutely love them. And next up, reusable water bottles and coffee mugs. Now, we like our coffee, obviously, and we like a lot of coffee. So we bring 16, I think they're 20-ounce reusable coffee mug, insulated coffee mugs with us. Because if you've been on a cruise before, when you go to get coffee in the morning, whether it be, in the promenade or in the dining room, the buffet, wherever, unless you go to the specialty coffee place and pay extra, which we don't do, they give you like a little 8-ounce cup. Yeah, that's not enough. So we bring a reusable coffee mug. That way we can make our coffee nice and big. We get it made the way we want it. Then we go sit on our balcony or we go to the pool deck or whatever, and we can just enjoy coffee without having to go and get another cup every 10 minutes. Reusable water bottles. Cheryl and I, my wife and I, we like flavored water. We don't like just regular water. So we bring these reusable water bottles for a couple reasons. One, so that we don't constantly throwing out empty plastic water bottles. But 2, this way we can get 16 or 20 ounces of water. We can put our water flavoring in, and we're good for a while. It takes up a little bit of space in your luggage, but the convenience is important to us, so it's worth it. Next up, anti-nausea meds. People get seasick. People get motion sickness. It happens. If you've never been on a cruise, you want to make sure that you bring these just in case. Even if you've been on cruises before, like I've been on a bunch of cruises, I still pack Dramamine. I believe it's Dramamine. Yeah, the non-drowsy Dramamine, because you never know when you're going to hit a patch of rough weather. I was in the Navy for 3 years on an aircraft carrier. I've been in some heavy seas. But you know what? Every once in a while when I'm on a cruise ship, we hit a patch of weather and I feel a little wonky. They don't take up much space. Bring them as a preventative, as a just in case. You don't want to miss this next item because it keeps all your stuff neatly organized, easy to find. My wife's going to laugh at me, when she watches this video because I busted her chops about this, but packing cubes. I love them. Now, my wife and I use them differently. My wife puts all of her underwear and her socks in one, and then like all of her shirts in another, and then pants in another. I like to pack an outfit or 2 outfits in one. Underwear, shorts, t-shirt, socks if I need them. One day's outfit, boom, right there. If I have room, I'll put another day's outfit. That way, to me, it's easier. I can just grab that and I know I've got everything I need. But definitely, if you've never used packing cubes before, watch some videos here on YouTube about them, about how to utilize them. make them efficient. Once you get into the habit of using them, you'll never go back. This one's one of my favorites. A non-power surge power strip. Non-surge protected power strip. That's the way you say it. Sorry. We all have these power strips at home, and 99% of them, they've got surge protection in them. Meaning, if there's a power spike, there's a little circuit inside of this power strip that will pop, and then that prevents the electricity getting to the things that are plugged into it, and it protects your electronics. Okay, cruise ships don't want them. Basically, when that circuit pops, if there's a power surge, it could cause a fire. 1 in a million chance, but the cruise lines don't want it. If you need a power strip, and honestly, in this day and age, pretty much everybody needs a power strip, because except for a few of the most newest ships, most ships, you're lucky, you're going to get 2 plugs, maybe 4 plugs in the entire room to plug all your stuff in. And if you're like me and you bring a cell phone, and your wife brings a cell phone, and you bring a GoPro camera, and you bring a Galaxy Watch or 2, and this, you need 6, 8, 10, 12 plugs. Go online and Google non-power surge power strips or cruise approved power strips. Cruise lines have not approved use of any of these, but over the years, people have found that if it's non-power, if there's no power, you know what I mean, the cruise ships will not confiscate them. We have one, I don't remember the brand, but basically it's got 4 plugs and 4 USB ports on it. So that's enough for everything that we have. But yeah, that's a must-have, your camera. Some people are very happy with the quality of the pictures on your phone camera. Some people have a big girl camera, as my wife likes to call it, a digital 35 millimeter Canon something or other. Some people like me like their GoPros. I have a thing around my neck that the GoPro will sit on, and I just hit record and we just walk and experience, and then I come home and I kind of edit the videos, and I get a lot of really cool stuff that way. So make sure you pack that. Make sure you pack extra batteries if it's a GoPro or a digital camera. Make sure you pack a battery recharger for the batteries. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because there's an essential tip coming up that will keep your clothes looking fresh, and you won't need an iron, which you can't have on board anyway. So that's coming up here in a minute. Next up, travel size toiletry items. This one, a necessity. Airline regulations, they only allow, I believe it's up to 2 ounces of liquid in your carry-ons. Maybe it's up to 4 ounces now. I'm not sure. But there are airline regulations about the size of your liquids. So my wife and I, over time, we've accumulated travel size everything. Travel toothbrush, travel toothpaste, conditioner, shampoo, body wash, on and on and on. And we just take and we refill them from our big bottles here. Not only do you want to do this so that you can get on the airplane with them, but also, think about cruise cabin bathrooms. It's not like they've got, 83 square feet of shelf space, okay? Having, these travel size bottles makes more room, and it saves space in your luggage. All right, this one we found out about a year or 2 ago. I absolutely love it, because I like, as you can see, I like my Hawaiian shirts. I don't like wrinkled Hawaiian shirts. So when we get on board, after being packed in the suitcase for a day, my Hawaiian shirts are wrinkled, and I really didn't like it. Not allowed to bring irons, obviously. Wrinkle release spray. Oh, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. We get on board. I go to hang everything up. I spray all of my shirts, let them air dry, pull on them a little bit, pull out some of the wrinkles, let them dry. That gets out, 80, 90% of the wrinkles. If it's a really tough one, I'll take it into the bathroom with me, spray it down, and take a shower. And the steam seems to help. Oh, now that one we don't have a travel size of. We've got like a 36 ounce bottle, but we also don't fly to our cruise port most of the time. We tend to drive because we like to drive. So we don't really have to worry about that. But when we do fly to a port, I've gone out and bought the travel size one. So now that you know what to pack for that amazing cruise you have coming up, now you're going to want to avoid some sneaky expenses that could run your budget aground and turn that dream cruise into a financial nightmare.